if Warner Brothers isn't going to have their own studios for DC Comics, they probably need to get out of the comic book movie making business. Seriously. Hello. I hope you're enjoying the video. Here at the BBN, we would like to invite you to Morning Coffee, where we'll discuss matters of the previous day and also upcoming issues every day, Monday through Thursday, between 9:20 and 10 a.m. in the morning. So drop in, let us know what you think. Whether you like or dislike, let your opinion be heard. Anyway, back to our program. Hope to see you in the AM. BBN Jack Pros, what's up, party people? Hey, before the video even continue, hit that like button, subscribe, and join the notification gang. Hashtag Grown Spoilers. Let's get it. Hey, yo, so for all y'all movie fans out there, everybody knows that the DCEU is having. Are they calling themselves the DCU now? I'm not sure, but I seen somebody have that up. So the DCEU obviously has its problems competing with the MCU. And one of the main reasons why the DCEU has problems competing with the MCU, besides the fact that the MCU started off a lot more organically. Okay, I'm just gonna make this real quick point. Before we even knew that the MCU existed, or it was coming into, or if it was aligning or configuring or being put together, or whatever the phrase you want to use is, they were just coming out with standalone movies, and the standalone movies that they was dropping did work, and they just had little tie-ins at the end of these movies. First it was Iron Man, then it was the Incredible Hulk, and I'm not sure if they had the next Iron Man after that or the Captain America. But basically, the way in which they did the movies, it was just perfect. It wasn't like we have a universe and we're going to give you this universe. It was like, you know what? We got these really, really good movies. They might or they might not be, linked. And it was just started a lot more organically, so therefore it worked. Whereas the DCEU, they decided to, when they decided to do their launch, they wanted to go around all the Comic Cons. Yeah, we're going to have this movie, then that movie, then this movie, then that movie, because they were so busy looking at the MCU and they wanted to do exactly what they were doing. Well, if the MCU is really, really going to go hard, and Sony agrees to this, they might be able to do a Spideyverse movie. And I think that it will work. And the best way to do the Spideyverse movie, in my opinion, is to have all three Spider-Mans that we know. Spider-Man, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, right? The Amazing Spider-Man, the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, and the current Spider-Man, the Homecoming Spider-Man, Tom Holland. And if you really want to get, mix it up in there, they have the Venom movie coming out, and whatever Spider-Man that exists in that universe with Venom. And also, they supposedly, and I don't know why they're doing this, have a Silver Sable and a Black Cat movie coming out. And one way that they can make all of this work is if they just do a Spideyverse universe. It would absolutely work. They already have everything in place to make it work. It would be perfect. And once again, they'll be able to one-up the DCEU that does not seem to get it. You have to have individual standalone movies that are exceptional, or at least tell a cohesive story. It seems like, with the exception of Wonder Woman, they have no idea how to do this. Now, personally myself, I didn't dislike the Batman v Superman. I thought that it had lots of problems, but one of the main reasons why I believe that it had lots of problems was studio interference. For whatever the reason is, WB just Warner Brothers just interferes with their movies. They just can't let the directors, and they just can't let the studio. Well, see, that's probably part of the issue. The DCEU doesn't necessarily make Warner Brothers their big bucks. There are other movies that fall inside of the Warner Brothers, title. They make most of their money. So obviously the people who make most of the money, they say, you know what? The DCEU, y'all doing it wrong. So they keep sticking their fingers, and it's just too many cooks in the kitchen. So it ain't working. Do they need a reboot? I don't think they need a reboot. Do I think that a Flashpoint movie can help them at least get back on the right track? Absolutely. But I still think the biggest and major issue is they don't make good standalone movies, and they make it seems purposely, so that each movie you have to see the next movie, rather than you can see 8-9 movies. You don't have to see the next movie, but you feel kind of like you're obligated. There's a difference. There's a big difference. Let's say you see the Justice League movie, but you did not see Batman v Superman. There's just aspects of the Justice League movie that just won't make sense. What you mean Superman's dead? Where you get that from? Lex Luthor's where? Why is there no Lex Luthor? It's a Justice League movie. It's like their biggest villain. Where's this guy at? No, none of this makes any sense. Why do they gotta get stuff to go? Who's coming? Why do they gotta get? You understand? So that's part of the problem with the movies that DCEU is making. You could literally see the Avengers movie, not seeing any other movies that preceded the Avengers movie in the MCU, and still be entertained, still see a cohesive movie, still know what's going on, still be able to follow everything. You can not see Captain America, the Winter Soldier. You cannot see Captain America, the First Avenger, and then see Captain America, Civil War, and still be entertained, because it's a cohesive story. Now, if you've seen the movies preceding that movie, it'll just give you more input. It'll just give you more enjoyment, don't get it wrong, but you don't need to see those movies. And that's the problem with the DCEU. The DCEU is making it so you have to see every movie in order to be entertained, rather than you want to be entertained a little bit more, so you'll see every movie. You can see absolutely zero Marvel movies, with the exception of Guardians of the Galaxy, and Guardians of the Galaxy, it's gonna work. It's gonna work for you. You understand? So that's the problem with the DCEU. And one of the main reasons why that happens is because the MCU has its own studio, Marvel Studios, while the DCEU does not have their own studios. So they have the WB guys steady with their fingers in the drink, and it's just too many cooks in the kitchen. And I'm not even going to talk about Suicide Squad, because that movie had so many issues. It had so many problems, and I'm not sure what they're going to do about any of this. I don't know what they're going to do about any of this. There's a reason. There's an absolute reason why you have people like Ben Affleck not wanting to be Batman. Who doesn't want to be Batman? Like, that's the Batman's whole thing. Like, if there's the thing, there's the meme and all of the other things going around that, if, be anybody. You can be anybody, but, be yourself unless you could be Batman. Like, seriously, be yourself unless you could be Batman, because Batman's the guy to be, except for Ben Affleck. Why? Because he sees what the studio is doing to the movies. How do you make a Superman movie where Superman isn't the most upbeat guy ever to live? Superman is usually freaking... He gives you diabetes. He's so freaking positive. But this Superman, he's so melancholy. He's like so down. Everything. There's no happiness. He only smiles by accident. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. They're just not doing the movies appropriately. They might need to do some kind of multiverse thing, but I just don't think that they have laid down the groundwork, as far as like in the Spider-Man situation, where they could do multiverse. They just can't. Just not going to work. Anyway, that's all I got on this one. Please, everybody leave your comments down below. I want to know what other people think about this, especially about the Spider-Man multiverse thing. I think that will be very interesting, and it'll be dope. And what will really be dope about the Spider-Man multiverse thing is if Doc Ock didn't die. Let's say Doc Ock didn't die. Somehow he survived. That'd be dope because Doc Ock was the best villain from the first one. He was the best villain. Period. I mean, he was the best villain. I like the Green Goblin because this guy's just a really good actor. But Doc Ock was the best villain of the original trilogy. So, like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombs. Let's get it. Yeah, look, I love y'all, man. Love y'all. I'm going to start doing more movie stuff on this channel. I'm going to start doing more music stuff on this channel. Just give me a second. All right? And we're going to have some Netflix faves on this channel. Because I think a lot of people are missing out on a lot of good Netflix shows. So that's all I got on this one. I love y'all. Keep each other safe. I'm out. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you would like to help dictate the direction that this channel takes, please leave a comment. All comments are appreciated, whether positive or negative. Thank you very much and enjoy your day. And remember, positive thoughts cause for positive things to happen. Let's get it.